Good evening, everyone. Thank you for spending time with me this evening. I appreciate you. And if you see this valuable information, please hit that like button and also share other individuals to come into our Facebook page, and so that we can inspire and help each other together. So again, thank you for sharing your time with me this evening. And I'd like to share with you a little bit something that's important to me. And I've seen that if you're not doing right now in marketing, is that it's the new way of 2022 and going beyond in your marketing is something you have to do. So if you're not doing it, you need to do it. And so I just wanted to share with you the importance of actually sharing your story. And if the internet has taught us one thing now, is it's that everyone has a story, and we love to share them, and a lot of people love to share different stories in many different capacities. But storytelling has always been a big part of society and relationships in general. First Nations people use stories that date back tens of thousands of years to pass history and culture from one generation to the next. Have talked about then that's how we've learned and school in the schooling system, and also we've learned that in the real life. So using stories to talk about yourself and your issues and that you have going on in your organization, and makes you stand out and become different. And that's one thing, is when you're out there marketing, is you want to have different type of differentiators that differentiate you from the other people that are out there. So you know you ever listen, so like, what the question is, why your story matters is important, right? Why does your story matter? You ever listen to someone talk about their life and thought, oh, someone else has been through that too, and I've been through that too, or I know somebody that's been through that too, and I thought it was just me. You might think too as well. So finding similarities with other people helps us live even a happy life and a healthy life, and we become relatable. Your life may feel ordinary to you, but it might not seem extraordinary to someone else, right? So every story shared is a chance to be able to make someone feel less alone as well too. And also too is that they can be relatable to you, to be able to help gain that what your message is. And what's important is, when you're especially out there when you're marketing, is that you want to be valuable in the marketplace. And so how to share your story is something that I would explain to you as well too, is that there is a there's a ton of ways to be able to share your story. And the most important thing is that you feel safe and comfortable in the place that you do share it. And however you choose to share it is up to you, and nobody else makes the decision. And if you're nervous, you try to think beforehand about what you like to say, and and make a draft if you like to too as well too. There's technology that's teleprompters that are actually on the phone nowadays that you could read and practice and nail it. If you feel that you need to get to get something personal off your chest, find someone that you trust to share it with, and give yourself as much time as you need, and share your story with other people before you actually go live on social media, and or share that specific topic. It doesn't have to be personal, it could be something about your business, and share that with somebody and have a simple conversation with them about that. And that's kind of where you want to take that message. And so here are some tips and tricks that could help you just to get started sharing your story. And one is, like, understand is that the sharing your story is a scary thing to do. For me to do what I do now, I would never have done 10 years ago when I started my business. I really was super shy, and I was really sociable, and marketing was my niche. I always liked being around people, and especially in crowds and networking, and I love that. But to be on a camera and start talking was not in my comfort zone. So whether you're speaking to one person or to 100 people, acknowledge that this will help you tackle your nerves and use that energy, and try to think of it in a very positive way. But first, understand is that it's scary for everyone. And once you feel uncomfortable and you overcome the uncomfortable stage, then that's your story in general in yourself, is that you overcame that. And practice is important. As with anything else in life, is that you practice makes everything a little bit more easier and you feel a bit more comfortable. Know that what you want to say and how you want to say it too as well. You'll be in a good place when you feel comfortable in your own skin as well too, and that helps build success in sharing your stories and your content, and using your emotions for good. Take people on a journey on your content, so they can feel and understand things on from coming from your perspective and how you feel. And if you want that person or the other individual you're sharing with to do something, remember to make it clear as well too. And if you ask directly for what you want, you're more likely to get it. So it's good to be clear and concise on your content as well too. And the next stage of a lot of people when they're sharing their stories is where to share your story. There's no right or way to tell your story. If you're it's your story to tell. It's your life, it's your content, it's your business, it's your passion and your dream. And is this your vision, what you envisionalize for yourself to be? Share it in the way that you want to share it. And it does, there's no right or wrong way in that whatsoever. Don't worry about the ums and the hims and if you said something wrong or anything like that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's gonna be mistakes in social media, and it happens on the news all the time. The newscasters don't always are not can't be perfect, but they pick up and they move on. You might be happiest doing it when you're standing. You might be happier when you're sitting down. You might feel comfortable when your mentor is sitting in the room with you and helping you and coaching you. Somebody that's really close. Reach out to somebody that you could trust. And so, why sharing your story is important, right? Being young and being in the time of these days nowadays, and if you're a young business or an old business, or you exist just struggling business or successful business, it doesn't matter whatsoever. Some are not doing it, some are not sharing their story. So it's important to realize is that your experiences truly do matter. Your insight and what your passion is truly can make a difference. And these conversations and connections are no different than you standing up in a networking room and sharing and doing your 30-second pitch. And so this is so important because could be impactful on a big and higher level, and this can grow your business. And so that's why I created the Empire Network group, and where you can go to my webpage and you go to Empire Home Care Empire .com. And what I like to do and I like to see you do is that you share your story with me on a broadcast, and we will together post videos. And whether me in it or not in it, I don't have to be in it, but we'll brand it and make sure that it has your logo, your music, your whatever it is that you'd like it for to be presented. But I'll be coaching you in the back end and talking to you and nailing down that one specific content and doing that, whether it's once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever it is. But sharing your story is going to be something that you need to start getting comfortable with in your business. And if you're not comfortable with it, I get it. I understand. But I'm going to be with you. And this is something that I have wished I have had. I know I've had video marketing coaches and that have helped me so much. One is credit is Nick Bonatanabis. His been my video marketing coach over the years, and he's been great, and be able to help me share what type of content and how to say it and where to say it and what type of equipment to get and all that kind of stuff. But what's help is actually doing it. A lot of people, even after they go through the coaching and all that, they still don't do it. They don't post and they don't share about their business, and they don't do it in a fun, actual, and interactive way. So there's all the platforms that are out there too that you could be utilizing that are so great: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, And these are all great platforms to be able to share with your clients and your employees as well too. Video marketing is the wave of the future, and I hope you get on that bandwagon and actually start. And that's what I'm going to help you with. Is if you haven't created those videos yet, the most important videos, whatever is the top 5 type of topics that are important, I have them for you. If you not don't have a content calendar, I have a content calendar for you, so that way you can knock out those and that you could post it on your social media. And once you're done recording with me in the comfort of your home, and I'm here in my office, and when we're done, you can share that to the world, and this will be insightful, and people will really do want to hear you. They do want to hear you, but you just have to just get started, and that's what we're here to do for you. And so that is what the Empire Network, as you subscribe to it, will you will that's how you will see the value is once you start. So if you're not doing it, let's get going. You don't have to continue with me if it doesn't work out for you. There's no obligation whatsoever, but I highly recommend at least doing one video with me and sharing it to the world and telling me and sharing how you feel about that and how that worked out for you in your sphere of people around you in your organization. Take care. Hope this was insightful. Thank you for spending time with me this evening and listening to me. I appreciate it, and God bless.